Hi, everyone. It's Evelyn Aka from Aka Business Immigration Law. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the questions and issues that I've been getting from people from the United States who are wanting to understand what is happening post-election and the Trump win as the president incumbent, and to be able to figure out what their options are with respect to coming to Canada. I can tell you that the minute the election results were out, we received so many messages, texts, um, emails, calls, people that were just so stressed about the possibility of what it means for them, especially if they are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, if they have daughters, if they were Democrats and just feel that they absolutely need to leave the United States. And so I wanted to talk to you about some of that to make sure that you know and that I can calm you down and let you know that it's not quick and it's not easy. And the most important thing you have to understand is that it takes time and it's important to pace yourself and not be reactive and not be making a fast decision without supports. So the first thing I want to say is you need to take your time. You need to breathe deep. You need to consider what life is going to look like for you if you make this move. It's not easy to start life all over in a new country. And even though people think that Canadians are the same, we are very different. And so we want to ensure that you understand that as well. So what I'm getting, a lot of times people want to talk about how can I move to Canada? One of the first things is if you are working for yourself and you have a business, let's say with employees that's actively engaging in business, and you're an American citizen, you may have the option of doing an intercompany transfer so that you can move to Canada by establishing a Canadian business that will then allow you to work as an executive for your business so that you can move yourself and your family to Canada. That's one way to come if you have an active business and employees and operations that you're leaving behind that will continue to operate. It's called a NAFTA intercompany transfer. We've been doing that for a number of Americans in the last year who've been planning this type of move related to the immigration changes, but also related to the politics in the United States. Another category that a number of people are interested in is relating to entrepreneur. If you don't have a business, maybe you work for the government, maybe you work for an institution like universities. We've been having some professors calling us and trying to find jobs in Canada, of course, but they're also looking at what else can we do. One of the other streams available is called the entrepreneur category. This is a category where you can essentially buy or start a business in Canada or become a partner in a business that's existing that would allow you to come as a worker, operate the business, create jobs for a Canadian, at least one, most places, sometimes two, and allow you to become a permanent resident and bring your family. So, for instance, if you don't have a business to transfer to, and you have the means, anywhere from $100,000 is the minimum investment up to 600,000 or more. And then you have to have a net worth as well. So every province has a similar stream, but they're all slightly different. So it's very important that you look at the fine print and make sure that this is what you want to do and that it's going to work for you and your business and your life when you come to Canada. So right now that's intercompany transfer. We've talked about the entrepreneur stream, which is available across the country in most provinces, and the investor stream. Another one is the startup visa. This is the startup visa program where you work with an agency that will help you if your business qualifies, your idea to start up a brand new business. And usually they're in high tech, related to interesting new emerging technologies, emerging businesses. And if you're lucky and you have the financial means, you will be given the letter of support, which will allow you to get a work permit and then to allow you to get permanent residence as well. So these are another way to come. And this is obviously for people with high net worth. If you're interested to leave, you definitely want to do a consultation with me first. And we'll talk about all the specifics because it's very, very detailed to make sure that you're prepared for it and you understand what's needed and you can afford it. For other people, for instance, if you're an engineer in the US and you want to move to Canada, if you find a job, you can come to Canada under the NAFTA professional category. And this is a category for those who are listed as professionals under the NAFTA list of professions that has about 70 different titles. And so as long as you can find a job in Canada and the employer will support your work permit, you can get your work permit at the port of entry entering Canada because you have a job. And from the job, then you can work your way to permanent residence. Many of the strategies we're offering to our clients and people calling us, desperately trying to move to Canada are relating to first coming as a worker. It's very difficult to come as a permanent resident unless you get the express entry or a nomination from a province for permanent residence, which is difficult. Express entry is the one that's based on points, and you need to have lots of education, and you also need to be very young to even have a chance of being invited. So many people are coming doing a two-step process, which is come first for school or work, and then you convert your temporary status to permanent status from inside Canada to permanent residence. And then if you want down the line, citizenship down the line. So these are all the ways most people that we're talking to are looking to come. School is definitely another option. There's no age limit on going to school, so long as you get accepted to a program and you attend and it's full time. You can also make your way through school from that to the postgraduate work permit and then on to school. But now remember, there have been changes in the Canadian immigration systems as well, where they're focusing on master's and PhD higher levels to give you that PGWP eligibility and to allow your spouse to work. So these are all things to consider as you move through this process. So I hope it's been informative. As I said, we're getting lots and lots of calls from people that are wanting to know what their options are. They're worried about what's to come. They want a fresh start and they want to know what the reality is. Here at ACA Business Immigration Law, we stress caution, we stress taking it slow and making informed decisions. Nothing that's going to happen in a week or a month. So you need to know what you are preparing for and ideally visit the cities you're interested in, come and visit, check it out, and don't make a rash decision because leaving what you know, it sounds like a good idea right now, but it's also not easy. And we want to make sure that if you do choose to go this route, we're very transparent, we're very practical, and I will tell you if the chances are good or not, and let you have all the information you need to be informed. So I'm hoping that this has answered some of your initial questions about your options. And if you'd like to discuss any of them in more detail, please do call us at ACA Business Immigration Law. Reach out, email, call us, and we'll get you in for a consultation and discuss your specific questions as it relates to bringing your dependents, your spouse, who can work, who can't work, and how old your kids can be to be considered dependents. We can answer all your questions. Thank you so much and take good care. Bye.